I had to pick up. Got Dwight's rug. What you doing, Henry? You getting old, ain't you, buddy? You old, ain't you, Henry? Yeah, buddy. You gotta get out the rest of that way. Alrighty, looks pretty good. What do you think about Henry?
He'd be 11-year-old.
I was thinking he was 11-year-old.
Yeah, that stroke.
I thought he
won't eat nothing.
he's lived about as long as they live.
Big old fat cow here. I don't know what she's gonna do.
She's getting up. She's 5-year-old.
Yeah, 5-year-old. Yeah.
5. She's about the same age as our cat. Boots.
Well, I'll be here 5 years.
Okay.
It don't seem like that.
It might rain, guys.
If I get grass right there before he does it, he's gonna take a while.
Where'd your chickens go? Where they are? I'll walk out here and look at your chickens. Video your chickens. Find them there. Well, you gonna plant your garden up and down the hill or out the hill? Boy, it sure is a beautiful day. It's almost 80 degrees, I bet. See, I hear chickens. You got chickens in the horse trailer? Yeah. You done put that dog pen back up, ain't you? Where you at, chickens? It's warm out, guys. Chick, chick, chick. Come here. That's a Dama. No, that ain't a Dama. That's a black chicken. There's a Dama runner there, oh. There's a Dama rooster. Oh, he got all roosters. He got 10 dozen eggs in the freezer. Right there they go. There's 2 big black hens, a yellow hen, a Dahmer hen. I never did like them black. That's yellow buff. No, that's a Rhode Island red, ain't? Then a yellow buff and a Dahmer. They don't tell him what he got. You got them little bangies, you have them crossed up and everything. That rooster is half bangy. He sure is. They're half bangies. That rooster's a half bangy rooster and half Dahmer. On in there now. You killed the big rooster, didn't you eat him? Yeah. Yeah, he's a half bangy and a half big rooster. I get rid of them little bangies out of him. They're pretty, but they killed a bunch of them and eat them. Cat out here pooping in your garden. Pretty country. That's probably one of the gooder pine thickets left in this country over there, ain't it? Yeah, it about got them all. I'm gonna worms. There's a few left up there. It used to be a big pine thicket right there. Now. There's a few left standing in there now. No, not back on our old property. Yeah. I cut them all after the worms killed them. Then I was cutting them after the worms killed them. So it's 5, 6 o'clock. It didn't rain much, just, away at the road a little bit, about it.
Troy called last night.
Lady, what do you think about it?
Oh! Need to do that. I'll leave you this
You see, going through town here, plumb up on that toolbox.
Yeah,
she rides on everything. I might keep throwing her off, killing her. He gonna leave you, better get in the truck.
Man, they building a house down here. Them ain't on it yet.
Angie's goes in there. Angie's goes in the morning. Yeah, Angie's goes in the morning.
I bet you go out to be in the morning hers. They said everybody starts getting the
It's gonna hurt us down the road, I'm afraid. Well, let's holler when you want to lay rest that rug.
Okay.
guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Got you a little introduction. Been at my brother's putting him a rug down today. I like to get him on film every time I can. We got his rug partly laid in his little trailer. Pretty day here in eastern Kentucky. Thought we'd drive out through the mountains. It's about 75 degrees. I know I got sweating in that trailer working. Video a little bit of his chicken and stuff. And I got the Camry arm, but I never am using my hands today. But I'll see how good it turns out using my hands like that. But I'd like to thank all our new subscribers, all of our old subscribers. You guys make it possible. I think we're sitting over 600 now. We feel really blessed. That bridge is underwater, that one picture, if you watch the flood. I'm gonna roll my window down. It's a little warm in here. We drive around through here and look out over the mountain, guys. Talk about somebody's old coonhound or cur dog. There goes Dwight. Now we're on the main road to go to Somerset, get him some more rug. I gotta get out and get his house cleaned up for him. Dwight's my oldest brother. He's the one that had the stroke and heart attack at 31, left crippled, was a truck driver. And he's been like that since 1998, first part of 98. And I done a couple videos with him last year. And he won't talk enough. He knows I got the Camry going, so I don't tell him I'm filming him. I give him on camera. He's a blessing to still be here. He got down with which I've told it before on these other videos, right before the pandemic hit, he got his heart was getting so much out of rhythm. He's had 2 major heart attack strokes. He's completely paralyzed. Ain't got much of a heart left. And it's getting out of rhythm. Right, he got his surgery right before they give him 1% chance of living. 1% chance if he didn't get it done. And of course, we had people we prayed, and people praying all over the world for him, and he survived. He's still here. And a lot of you old subscribers that followed us last year when that was going on, thank God he got it done right before that pandemic hit. Or if he hadn't, he probably wouldn't have been here, because they would have put him off too long over that, getting him into surgery, that it would have waited too long. But he got the surgery done, and he's still here. He likes to work. He talks about working it. He wants to work. He ain't able, but he wants to. I never did see nobody in my life want to work as bad as he did, but he can. He worked all his life for me. He just ain't able, but he wants to. The world if the country had as much willpower to work as Dwight had, it would be a different world, buddy. Things would be all right. He's got a lot of willpower to work. Back over that way there. That window down there. Back over towards where we was at while ago. Old home place. One of our second old home place. Well, my grandma Tucker's old home place. We moved over in 98. Looks like we're gonna get a little rain this season. Ain't got nobody with me today. And little horse. I ain't felt good in the last few days. I don't know. Kind of trying to take a cold or something. This weather changing what it is, but like I said about Dwight, every time I can get him on Camry, I will. And we got his little rug put down. He can't. I've got to get out and get his house cleaned up for him and get the rest of his lug put down. But I showed the last video on the way people talk here in or was it? Yeah, it's the way people talk here in the eastern Kentucky, and I'll talk about some of the old sayings and stuff they had today that they had back then as we drive around the mountain here looking around. One of them, well, they had so many. You never done nothing on a Sunday. If you hold your garden or anything on a Sunday, it would die. It does nothing on Sunday. I mean, you cooked and that was it. I mean, my grandma on either side would I mean, it didn't matter if you was a Christian or not. You didn't do nothing on a Sunday. I mean, even that was the days that the old people that drunk didn't drink, was on a Sunday. They respected the Lord's Day that much. And they just didn't do nothing on a Sunday. I mean, period. You didn't work, you might have fed your stock and your hogs and stuff and your cattle, but you didn't do no type of work. And they believe your garden stuff would die if you worked on Sunday. And you plant everything in the arms. I mean, yeah, in the signs, in the arms, or, boy, he locked up this ridge out here hard. Hey, looking back over our torch. I don't know if y'all see it or not. Back over, always at Dwight's a while ago, way up on that big mountain over there now. I may throw no boat off there. But you planted your garden, there's more chicks. You planted your garden in the signs, don't matter what. You want to plant your corn in the arms, they grow big long ears. You ever want to plant nothing in the boughs, it's rot. They just all different signs. I can't remember beans in the arms and make big long beans. They just a bunch of different signs that are in your garden and stuff. There's a lot of it wasn't nothing too. A lot of it just old sayings. I was trying to think of another one too here. Let me think here for a few minutes. That they followed awful hard. Oh, they wasn't walking under a ladder to save your life. And if you open the pocket knife, you shut it back, that's for sure. They superstitious like crazy. They said they wouldn't. Definitely love that Trump sign. They said they wouldn't, but they definitely was superstitious. Yeah, my one grandma, she wouldn't do nothing on Friday 13th. Oh Lord, nothing. Wouldn't even get out of bed. She was so superstitious. That's on my grandma on my dad's side, not my other grandma. And let's see how it was. Oh yeah, if you planted a willow tree, a weeping willow, if you planted it, my brother Kendall, the other boy back there was talking. That's my brother, next to the oldest. He planted a weeping willow one time about 20 years ago. Back when my grandma Rose was still alive. That's my mom's mom. And she threw such a fit, she made him pull that tree up and throw it away. Because she said when it got big enough to shade his grave, he would die. So he pulled that weeping willow up. I mean, she was serious. She said, you'll die as soon as it gets big enough to cover your grave, shade your grave. Said you'll die. Said you better get that thing up. And he was like, nah, Grandma, that won't happen. So he kept on and on. He didn't believe it, but he cut it. He pulled it up. And now if it'd been me, I wouldn't even ask her no question. Look here, what we got to meet here on this road. Come on, dude. Yeah, Lee. He gonna scratch the car. Oh, he loaded too. Why didn't he go that other way? Who brought him around this way? He should have come in the way we's come in. Too gnarly through here. It's a bad road. That road breaks off right out here, which way anyway. They had to pay bonds on it to haul logs off it because it fell in so much for the school buses several years ago. We had to pay bonds on it to haul logs across it. He got that triaxle across through there. And anyway, back to that. Yeah, that was one you didn't plant no willow tree, or it got big enough shade your grave, you'd die. But anyway, they were several of them. They were several of stuff you had to do. It wasn't, you couldn't. And they first 12 days of the year, they believed in the first 12 days of the calendar year, that's the way the weather would be in that month. Now they good about predicting the weather. That was a big deal with them. If it's nice month, day, it'd be a nice month. If it's rainy, it'd be a rainy month. And I tell you what, guys, watch that. The ones that watch videos next year, watch it. The 1st of January be January. The 2nd day of January be February. 3rd day of January be March. 4th day of January be April, and so on and so forth. The first 12 days, and watch and see if it ain't pretty accurate. Pretty accurate, because I've watched it over the years. It's pretty accurate. We just run around top of a ridge right here. Pretty accurate. I ate a whole bunch more of them too. I've been working on that rug out about 5 hours, you know, that floor, and I'm about a little tired. I was trying to think of some of them. Let me see here. Now, you always want to get your taters. They wanted their taters in the ground if they could in February, last of February, 1st of March. That's a little too early. We figured out 8 years old gone by that was they just sat in the ground. And they had a whole bunch of stuff. They did said it. You know, if you didn't do it that way, it was that way or the highway. A lot of stuff they done. A lot of them old sayings. But I believe if it there's one more too much. Okay, yeah. If you're out in around some cattle, and if it comes up a storm and the cows run to shelter, run under a tree or to the barn or something, this is true too. It won't be that bad. It might be a little windy, but it won't rain that much. But if they just stand out there and get lightning and thunder and all around and don't run nothing, you better look out, it's going to be bad. That's about almost a true fact right there. I don't know why they know they'll run. If it ain't going to be too bad, they'll run into cover. But if it's going to be bad, they'll just stand right there in the middle of it. It's a true fact. And I've watched that there and seen it come true over the years several times. We've watched the cattle in the field. Well, they all go run for cover. It don't mean the storm couldn't be strong, but it wouldn't last long. They never got a whole lot of ice damage up here, as much as they did on some of these other mountains. More towards Clinton County, out here towards McQuarrie County, they got more snow. But we're in Wayne County now. Boy, I wish y'all could see over the mountains what I'm seeing. Y'all would love it. But you didn't want to. I mean, them old people, what they said and how they done stuff and how they hold the gardens and everything. I mean, you hold a certain way, you done everything a certain way. I mean, the traditions, Lordy traditions. And, you know, I can't remember, one certain day of the week you didn't hold a garden. And, what was it about milking the cow and the cow going dry? I can't remember. I need my mama here to tell me on some of this stuff. I can't remember. If you done something that caused the milk cow go dry, your milk cow go dry. I can't remember what it was, but old people believed in that strongly. And they always told us kids that we played with matches, we'd wet the bed. I don't know if they just made that up to keep us catch the woods on fire or what. But they always told we played with matches, we'd wet the bed. They said if a cow would go dry, I don't remember what it was if you done it. Maybe was that paying the preacher? If you didn't pay the preacher, like if you had a preacher or didn't feed him or didn't pay him, your cow would go dry. That might be what it was. They was pretty serious on that too. Back years ago when they had revivals here, they just had church every other week at these little Baptist country churches out here. They go one to the other one. The old preachers come through here and walk these mountains. And, here comes an old timer up the hill here. Well, I ain't seen her in years. Get her on video there. Yeah, they would just walk from holler to holler, and they go in one church and hold revival, and go in another church and hold revival, and the whole crowd just went from one church to the next with them. The preacher stayed with the people, you know. He'd stay with the people in the church, eat with them and everything like that. And you had to feed him good and pay him. If not, your cow go dry. But anyway, some of it just didn't make no sense on old signs. I know I had an uncle who always had a good garden. He never did plant by the signs. I guess there might have been a lot of truth to a lot of it, but you know. But I try and think of some more of them. My mom had something happen back years ago that never been explained this day. She still got pictures of it. She had some kind of thorn rose bush. And it's been, I'm 43. I was probably 18, 15, between 15 20 year old when this happened. She had a rose bush, a thorn bush or something like that over here at Turkey Creek, and it growed the prettiest green apple you ever seen in your life. And the weirdest thing, they put it in newspaper and everything around here. It's just plumb wild. Now that's signs of time. That's been almost 30 years ago. But it was a prettiest green apple. It was cut it open, but it had apple seed and everything growing in a rose bush. I don't remember what kind of rose bush it was, but she still got pictures of that. That's pretty wild. But nobody can explain how that happened or what would cause it. I need to write a bunch of them old signs down. I think of them and just that way I can just run through them all right quick. Yeah, we talk slow here in Eastern Kentucky. We most people love to talk back here in these hills. I mean, you'll find a few people that's quiet and shy, but most of them love to talk. We got a lot of new people back here now. Yeah, a new lawnmower here too. But most of the people, when they had them old sayings, they really stuck by it. The old people did. They didn't get the flag to fly. They didn't. You didn't mess with old sayings. They was a lot of them. Oh yeah, you'd never eat dinner with your cap on. Never eat dinner with your hat on. You didn't go in the house with your hat on. You took it off before you went indoors, or something would happen. There's always something would happen to every old saying they have. And I believe I done told about the one if you shot in a graveyard, a bullet into the ground in a graveyard, it would ball water follow you around. And there's a bunch of them old Honda. I wish years ago I'd rode off them down, them old spooky ones. All these old timers, boy, they just love to tell you them most spooky stories. About this place right over here, about a mile up to the right up here at this stop sign is where they see that woman with no head. I've never seen her. But I tell you, something happened to my mama and she wrecked too. Didn't hurt the car that bad, but she wrecked. It was coming hard rain. She coming home from church back when I was a kid. And it was just like this here, driving through level road right here. And she said they was a guy in a gray suit. The way she explained it, looked like a Confederate soldier. And they did fight through here. Was walking down the side of the road. And she just thought it was somebody. And almost stepped out in front of her. And she swerved to miss him. And lost control of the car and run into the bank a little bit. It didn't hurt it bad. Just bent the bumper in a little bit. That's what happened. And my mama don't lie. I mean, she's a good woman. She don't lie. She seen it. And she thought she might have hit him, so she got out of the car, hollered, said, hey, where you at? Are you all right? You know, did I hit you and all this stuff? And nobody was there. And that's kind of a little spooky. She said she don't know. Don't know where he went. But was it a ghost? I don't know. Was it a spirit? It wasn't a ghost. It might have been a spirit. They saw a spirit world out there. They brought a lot of black people through here on the when they was moving them north to escape the south. A lot of them come through here, and they was cave out here. They still out here. I like to go in it sometimes. It'd hold probably 150, 200 people. Big room in it would, and you could live in there and survive. And they hid the women in there during the Civil War. They call it the woman den now. But witching wells was another thing. That's true. That works. Dwight could do it if he didn't have his stroke. The oldest son or something, or so many generations, or the oldest son of the family or something. If you had boys, the oldest boy could do it. I don't know. But my brother Dwight could do it. He could witch a well with a forked stick, but now you can do it with two welton rods. I know you can find water, metal underground, whatever with the welton rod. But he'd do what they call witching a well with forky sticks. My brother could. He could about tell you how much. Another old guy at our home could too. He could tell you how deep the water was. My brother did, because he didn't do it. This other guy go find wells with people. Which wells? They call it witching the well. Well, they tell you how strong the stream was, how deep the water was. I seen it twist the bark off in their hands. I'm holding it on it, but I forget. It was the oldest male, I think, or something. No, it couldn't be the oldest male, because this other guy was with him. Okay, he was using the clothes hanger rod, so he just looked not welton rod to me, but I don't know. But his oldest brother or something, the oldest boy male in the family, or so many generations, the oldest male could do it. I don't remember how it was. And they never dug a grave on a Sunday. You just didn't do nothing on Sunday back in them days. Just didn't do nothing. But they was real superstitious about their Sundays. Other than cook, about the only thing they would do. They really, they took, remember the Sabbath, keep it holy. They took it serious. But there's some more. When I get done with the video, a bunch of them pop in my head that you did and didn't do's. Gosh, there's so many out there. If it was raining I believe on a Monday, there's something to do with the rain on a Monday morning. I can't remember saying on it would be doing something the rest of the week. There's one with the rain with the sun out. That means something. I can't remember what it is. It's kind of funny. About everything that happened had an old saying to it. And about everything happened back in them days, they had an old saying to it. About everything they done every day, you'd have something with an old saying to it. But no old saying, what we call it, what on these things saying, right? But wise tale, whatever. Some of it's not wise tale, some of it was facts. But you had it was like canning and stuff. They'd only certain days they would can their gardens. I mean, no matter what. There's only certain days they would kill a hog. They had done it all by signs and you know, they had their signs. We call it the almanac now, but they call it the signs. But the willow tree was about the spookiest one I ever heard, and that's a true story about it. He could back me up on every word of that. But there's some more about it too. Oh yeah, they didn't believe in cutting dogwood trees if it could be helped. And one of them was, there was another tree they wouldn't cut either. It wasn't sour, maybe it was, I know they cut sourwood. If your baby had asthma, you cut a sourwood twig that good and straight and measure about an inch longer than the kid or the baby was, and hide it from it up in the attic or something of the house, or it'd never see it again. When it outgrowed that stick length, it would be cured of asthma. They done that a lot when the babies was little. All of us kids had that done to us. That old house my mom was over there, I got up in the attic one time, they about to form my ass and I had to come back, because I seen it. If they see anything took, I probably seen the one they done for me. About 50 sourwood sticks up there in that attic, or they cut up over years. And that's how they got rid of the asthma. They cut about an inch longer than what your body was, how tall the baby was. When it outgrowed, the asthma would go away. Now, if there's any truth to it or not, they believed in it, had faith in it, and you couldn't tell them no difference. There's several more out there. There's a whole lot of talking. I could talk for hours. So older I get, I'll keep forgetting it. But a lot of times I just like to make these videos for my kids and all my fans too. And I wish when I was growing up we had stuff like this where we, you know, kept up with how the times had changed and stuff. just since the last 30 years. It's been amazing. Yeah, we're 605 people, man. I tell you what, it's been a blessing to get all these nice comments that we get. Man, it just blesses my heart. It really blesses me. I get up every morning to see what I holler at Angie or holler at Mom. I say, we got this many subscribers, we got this question, and she ain't really got into the YouTube thing yet. At times she will, at times she won't as much as me, but it's just like a family to me, you know. We don't put on no show. We definitely keep it real. You're living our life. I mean, that's we're going back towards home, and I'd be talking the same way if I was talking to one of my family members or kids or whatever about whatever. But I pitched in a few of the old sayings in there. Guys, I'm gonna jump off here and drive. I didn't bring my phone thing, and I'm holding the phone with my hand, but I thank all of our new subscribers. I mean, if you ain't already, please like and subscribe. I will say this before I jump off first. About 80% of my watch time is by non-subscribers. If I could get them to subscribe, we could get up to 1,000 real quick. You know, that's a really big goal for us. And I know about 80% of our watch time was non-subscribers. So please, if you ain't a subscriber, like and subscribe to our channel, and hit that like button. We sure appreciate it. Here's a field full of cattle, and we'll jump off here, and we'll be making more videos. I'm trying to get these driving ones kind of slowed down a little bit so we can get some of the summertime and not bore you out too bad. But guys, we love all our fans, and like I say, if you ain't already subscribed, please subscribe. We sure would like it. Appreciate you. And guys, I'm gonna jump off here. We catch you on the next video. God blessings.